Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie and this is my online shopping channel, and I've got a wonderful DIY for you today. Healthy dryer sheets for laundry. We're going to talk about laundry. I want to start by saying that I have been a fan of dryer sheets that you buy at the grocery store for decades and decades. I love them. I was in a I was in a hotel once many years ago, and I was walked in and some young fella, the bellman or the guy with the suitcases, he says, "Oh, I like that perfume you're wearing." And I'm like, "I'm not wearing any perfume. It's Bounce." It smells so good. So giving that up is hard for me. But I've just read, enough to where my thought is, why? It's worth it to try something natural. Now, I have been doing this for at least a year. And so I feel completely happy that I made the switch, and I have saved a ton of money because I'm making it myself. All these ingredients, I don't take very much of this ingredients to make my dryer sheets, and hubby loves them. So I do it myself. So this is just what you need. These are the pieces that you need, and I am going to list all of this out in my description box. Do you know what that is? So if you're looking at this video on YouTube and you see the title of the video, below that is some text. Click on that where it says more, and you'll see whatever I wrote in that description box and clickable links, so that whatever I have here, you can click on it and get it for yourself. So I'll make it really easy for you. How about that? So one of the things that I wanted was not to have the synthetic fragrance and just some of the other chemicals. Now, I'm not going to tear down the grocery store brands because I did love them, and I really, I just want to do this for myself, for my own health. But if you Google it and research what is in the traditional dryer sheets that you get at the grocery store, is a lot of chemicals, and this is not. So yay. All right, let's start. The first thing that you'll need is a container, and this is a baby wipe container that you get on Amazon. It could be anything, but it needs to have a lid so it doesn't dry out, because these are going to be wet. And you need some kind of cloth. Now, these are also baby wipes that I got on Amazon, and they're just a flannel cloth. You could cut your own flannel cloth, but it needs to be something reusable. And then you need some measuring cups, a 1 cup and a half a cup, some kind of conditioner. This is hair conditioner from doTerra. I represent doTerra, and I prefer it because also natural ingredients here. So you can read up on that. I'll put a link to it, but I love it. Oh my gosh. This is the part that makes your clothes a little softer, but not glommy, not glommed on it. Just nice. Vinegar, and that is going to be for the clean, fresh, and also helps with static. I don't love the scent of vinegar, and I tried making them without the vinegar, and I did get a lot of static. But I cut down my amount of vinegar a lot from what the original recipe said, so I'll tell you theirs and mine. But you really need the vinegar. You need it. And it dissipates, so you don't smell it like I thought you would. But you do smell the essential oils that give it the flavor, and also the clean freshness. Now, I'm choosing these 3, but you could choose whatever you want. Oh my gosh, the sky's the limit. Make your own scent. Make your own scent. The reason I chose these is because I always use lavender. I always use a citrus. This is lemon, but I like orange. I like a lot. And then any kind of mint. And I've used lots of different mints, but this is peppermint. And I picked it because this little pack is super affordable start if you're new to essential oils. And you can have this on my store, online store, if you click on it. So these can be used for so many other things. And oh my goodness, just right off the top of my head, lemon's good for cleaning. I like to put a drop in my water because it is pure enough to do that. From doTerra, and you can tell because it says right on the bottle that it is an essential oil supplement. Now, if it just says, what would it say if it wasn't a supplement? These are all supplements. It would say something different. So these 3 come with it. That's peppermint. Great for getting some energy. You smell that, you get invigorated. You know how peppermint is. It's great for if you get tension. Sometimes you get tension in your head right there. So I make a little bit of that with some coconut oil or a carrier oil, and just rub that on my temples and the back of my neck. Oh, it's so refreshing. So that you could use it for that. And then what's the other one? Lavender. Come on, it smells good, and it's great for getting to sleep. really good for that, but other things too. So if you click on this, you'll read what all kinds of things you could do with these besides this. But this is what we're here for today. So isn't that a cute little box? I love packaging. I'm big on that. So let's get started and I'll tell you exact measurements. Now I'm going to pull up my recipe and the doTerra company recipe. Come on, phone. So mine is just a little bit different. They say fabric, sweatshirt, cotton t-shirt, flannel blanket, or other fabric of choice. This is what I got on Amazon. Super affordable. And I just use them over and over and over. Glass storage container with lid or a mason jar. I use this. This is just, like I said, it's a baby wipe container, and I'll put a link to Amazon so you can look at it and you can do whatever you want. 1.5 cups of vinegar. I think I use a half a cup. I'm going to look. And then a half a cup of distilled water. I get filtered water from my filter. And then 10 drops each of 2 different essential oils, lavender and wild orange. Those would smell great, but I'm using 3, and I always do. They use 10 drops. Use whatever you want. I use about 25 because I'm a bounce person. I need that scent. I need to smell it. I want to smell it. So there's no amount that's too much for me. I'm going to put as many as I want. I'm just going to go to town with that. And then you'll need a whisker to mix it all up. And there we go. So let's put this together. I'm going to show you my recipe. Now I've told you theirs. And I'm going to print this. And I'll just say vinegar from 1.5, half to 1.5, and you choose, because you want to make this your own the way I made it my own. That's what I recommend. So every time I changed it, I made a new recipe on this one long list, and I've changed it three times. And so now what I have is 2.5 cups of water, 5 pumps of conditioner. That always stayed the same. And then doing 25 drops of 3, which is a mint, a lavender, and a citrus. So this is peppermint, lemon, and lavender. And then a half a cup of vinegar. And I'm going to make it, so I'll show you some of my tips. The first thing I'm going to do is the water, because I want everything to mix with that. So this lid just comes off. But when you're in the laundry, it flips open and you can grab a sheet and then close it again. Isn't that handy? And this was super affordable. So let's take the lid off. Let's just set that out of the way and we'll work with this. So I'm going to do, lost my place. I'm going to do 2.5 cups of water to start. So let's just do it. One, 2.5. And then I'm going to do a half a cup of vinegar, but you could do 1.5, or you could do 1. And I will tell you another trick for static. I try not to mix my natural fibers with my man-made fibers. So if I've got like a polyester blanket, you know, the kind you get at Walmart, I won't mix that with a cotton blanket. I will separate them out. But if they get mixed together, everything's going to be staticky. It's that polyester that gets the most static. That's just my opinion. So I learned this from my old grandma. So this is what she did when she hanged out. When she would hang out her clothes, she would snap them. When they're wet, just snap, 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 like snapping a towel. Remember when you did that with your brother and sister? You snap those clothes and you get less. Now, when they're dry out of the dryer, they're not wet, I still snap them, especially if they're static. It just snap, 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 and it helps. Not going to say it goes away completely, but it does help. So the vinegar is for that. So let's do that. I'm going to do a half. I'm not a super huge fan of the vinegar, and I'm not having static problems. So you need to do your experimenting. You can get, oh my gosh, good thing I'm doing half, right? You can get any vinegar you want. I happen to buy organic because that's kind of what I go to. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to put 5 pumps of conditioner. I'm just going to put them in there. Let that come all the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is doTerra Daily Conditioner for hair, but it also works great for this. Now for the drops, I'm going to go to town, but you could do 10. You could do 5. You could do whatever you like. So this is the lavender. That was about 25. I was counting to myself in my head. Were you counting? Was that boring? Should I fast forward that? Okay, this is lemon. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's already smelling so good. So good. So good. And now here's our peppermint. Nicely sealed because they're brand new. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, if you decide to buy doTerra, you'll be buying it from me. I'm an advocate of doTerra and have my own online store with them. And I'll just tell you, I've tried lots of different oils. I have a video on why I've chosen doTerra to partner with. So if you want to watch that, but I'll just tell you basically right here and now, it's because I think it's better and purer quality. And if you decide to place this order of this introductory kit and this conditioner, you can just place one order. You're not locked into any kind of extra ordering and like any kind of auto ordering. You don't have any of that. You can order once. One and done. You could do that, or you can continue to order. But what you'll do when you click on my link is you'll get a discount. And I'll get credit. So everybody wins. So again, you get a discount. And if you continue to purchase over time, you could actually earn rewards. You could get paybacks. I'm getting a box this week that's 100%. Like I paid $25 for like $200 worth of stuff. I'm going to unbox it on this shopping channel, so you'll see what I got. So there's rewards, and that's pretty cool, right? And I get a kickback for referring you to it. So win-win. So now it's all kind of glommy here. It's just, I'm going to take a, I won't even take a picture. It's just the, this isn't blended in. I need that to blend in. So I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm going to stir it until it's pretty much almost mixed now. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I love it when my clothes smell like this. All right, I don't see anything. It's all in there. Now, I don't waste anything. My first one's going to wipe this off, and I don't want to waste any of it. That's why I mix it up in here and not in a bowl, because then it's in a bowl. This is in here, it's ready to go. So now I've got every drop. Now, when you put these in, I have done every method where you fold them like a Kleenex so they come out one after another, and that was hard to get out, and fold them nicely stacked. Again, this is my way. Scrunch, 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 put them in. I scrunch them. And this is so easy to pull out. So I'm just setting them right now. Oh, some of my hair went in there. Not that it matters. It's my hair, my laundry, my hair. So I scrunch them and put them in there. As they start to absorb, I can start pressing it down. So this is how I do it. You get to just do it however you like. I gave this to my daughter-in-law, and she is just over the moon with it. I mean, she couldn't tell me enough about how happy she was with this. And I have a lot of these, so I'm going to use the amount that fits in here. And I like them a little wet. I don't like them I don't like them dry. I want them a little wet so that when they go in that dryer. So I'm pushing them down. They're absorbing. Why do I have so much hair? I got a video on that too. There's a collagen that doTerra has that's just made my hair go crazy. So much hair. I need to do a whole video on that. So when you're in that shop, when you're in my online store, take a look. Now it feels like that might be it. Nope, I'm going to put a couple more. It holds a lot. And you can make this as many times as you want. There's still, I mean, it barely touched this oil. You can just keep going and going and going. Every time you run out, you don't have to go to the store. You got it right there in your cabinet. Okay, so this is pretty good. Now, I don't want to wait for this to absorb. So I'm going to press it down. And then I'm going to reach down to the whole thing, to the bottom where it's really wet. And I'm going to flip it over. so that now the wettest ones are on top, and they are going to sort of filter down to the rest as they sit there. And like a sponge, you can make them all work together. So you can see they're still kind of wet. If I were to take this and squeeze it, a little would come out. So it's going to settle, and they will not be as wet once they've sat there for a few days, but I'm going to throw one in the wash right now. And so it looks like this. And then I put this on. Is this getting too long? Are you bored? You put the lid on. You lift the lid. There they are. You reach in and you grab one. Throw it in the dryer. And then when it's out of the dryer, I set it in a little basket on top of my dryer so that I'm ready to make more with the ones that have gone through the dryer. And oh my gosh, that smells so good. I want it all over me. It smells so good. So I want to say thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. And I appreciate your support if you go visit my store, either the Amazon store, which is also my store, or my doTerra store. So thank you for coming to my shopping channel, and I hope you'll hit the subscribe button, as I have many more DIYs coming and lots of fun things coming. So please hit the subscribe button and you will be notified when I make another video, especially if you ring that little bell. And if you have a comment, please leave it. And if you have a question, let me know. I'd be happy to help you with that. But there you go. DIY dryer sheets. Healthy and yummy and inexpensive. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. And if you don't know, this is my sister channel to my main channel, which is Stephanie Farrell Focus, where I talk about, it's mostly vlogging, a little bit of life, sewing, being a grandma, all those fun things, my glammed up camper, all kinds of fun things. And Stephanie Farrell Focus is my main channel. So I look forward to seeing you there. I post at least every Friday. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks for getting to the end of this video. I appreciate that very much. I'll see you next time. Bye now.